In this video, I'm going to break down the Arsenal tactics deployed by Arteta against Lampard's Coventry. Lampard turned up with a formation of 4-1-4-1 and Arsenal turned up with a 4-2-3-1 formation. One thing that was interesting for me to note in this match is that Arteta is trying something different. I'm beginning to see a theme of players taking shots from outside the box. In this match alone against Coventry, Tzolis, Declan Rice, Kelly, Merino, they all took shots from outside the box. Now, I can't cover all the shots taken from outside the box, but I think this is a welcome development because many times Arsenal seem to want to play the ball. They want to pass the ball into the net. You know, so many passes. Right now, it's looking like Arteta has instructed the team, get yourselves to positions where you can take shots. Once you did that place, just pace them. Even in our set piece, the corners, the first two corners, if I'm correct, it was not the normal ball into the box. They tried to create space for the players to take shots from outside the box twice, at least twice. I saw it twice. So I'll try to give more detail about this as this video goes on. Trust me, this is going to be very, very interesting. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to be dropping tactical videos like this every week. So first, let's look at the Tzolis chance. Tzolis had a chance at the beginning of the match, but it was 0-0. Let's look at this chance and let's break it down. Rice has the ball in the middle of the park and he sends this ball to Ødegaard. At this point, Coventry have a defensive shape, but I want to take you back to what I said. They didn't come to play a low block. So their defense is, what's the word now? It's not a high line, but they are far away from home. Naturally, Arsenal have 5 men attacking, and on the surface it looks like Coventry have the numbers. They also have 5 men in the defense and they have about 2 tracking back. However, what Arsenal does with the ball is something you have to take note of. We use the ball like a magnet and we are moving the ball, but it's not really the ball we're trying to move. Now those defenders with their moves, to move them to a point where we can have the kind of space we want to do what we want to do. So let's go back to this whole scenario. So it's really obvious that Ødegaard is going to give this ball to Tzolis, which he does. And Tzolis is in a 1v1. Is he going to go to the left or to the right? And this is where he has this Saka quality because he does not commit too early. You really can't tell where he's going with the ball. Is he going left or right? And this makes defenders just stand off and watch. In this particular game, in this particular scenario, Tzolis moves to his right. Already, some defenders have already anticipated where he's going to move or not. So you can see that the defensive shape of Coventry is not really, is not in the best possible shape actually. They are not settled. From this screenshot, you can see Havertz is already in the box. You cannot leave Havertz alone. There are about 2 defenders watching Havertz and you have the other 3 defenders watching the ball, Tzolis and Ødegaard, and they're looking at that space, that place where I put circle. They're looking at it because they're wondering what's going to happen now. Is Tzolis going to give the ball to Ødegaard? That's a possibility. Tzolis could give the ball to Ødegaard to take a shot, or Tzolis can arrange that ball very well for himself and take a shot at goal. Now, this is one thing you have to understand about Arsenal and the way we play. Arsenal has built this team to a point where you are looking at a game state and you don't know what is actually going to happen because there are about 3, 4, 5 options that can actually happen. In this particular game, in this particular scenario, Tzolis, arranges the ball for himself and he takes a shot at goal. Tzolis has good ball striking, and if you check his comms, you see that he has scored goals from outside the box. He takes his shot. In this particular instance, it was not a goal, but on another day, that thing can ripple the net. And that was one chance. In this corner, Saka is ready and everything. but they realize that Saka wants to take a short pass because the player starts running towards Saka. Now, this player running towards Saka, if you look at these screenshots, 2 defenders are following him. We also have 1 Arsenal player following him. Again, it goes back to what Arsenal does with the ball, trying to move defenders, not just the ball, but also with the movement of the players. We're just trying to move the defenders to where we want them so we can have the space we're looking for, and you see it in this sequence. The next thing you see is that Saka puts the ball in between these 2 defenders, and now an Arsenal player has the ball in the box. The Coventry defenders understand that they're in wahala. They understand that they're on red alert, and we can see about 3 defenders running towards the ball. Again, this is pointing to what Arteta is trying to do with this Arsenal squad. He wants every player involved in the offensive to be unpredictable and to be dangerous. These defenders don't just write him off because it's not Saka that is there. They are actually, thinking of what he's going to do with the ball, and they understand that he taking a shot is an option, and that is why we have about 3 defenders running towards him. But this is just Arsenal trying to create space. This is space Arsenal is looking at, and this is where they want the ball to come to. By the time they realize it is already too late. If you look at that middle, you have Coventry defenders divided into 2. Some are by the far post, and some are closer to where the action started. But now the ball has moved, and the ball has moved to the edge of the box. And now you have an Arsenal player taking a shot at goal. Again, this not lead to a goal, but football is all about chances and probability. You understand? Arsenal did this kind of movement twice, at least, that I saw, at least. And this was the first game in the season. There was a chance that was missed by Saka early on in the match, and yeah, that is also one interesting sequence in that match. As you can see, the Coventry defenders are in a good shape. We have 5 defenders in the last line, and we have 4 more in support. And this may look like a disadvantage when you're looking at Arsenal's 3 players compared to the 5 in the last line. Now, what happens? The closest player to the right is actually Tzolis, and Rice has seen him, and Rice gives a pass. Now, the whole movement of the players is just to create space. Tzolis has that ball, and Tzolis is in a 1v1 with his man. Is he going to beat his man? Is he going to cross the ball? He crosses the ball, and fairly quickly, because he does not want the defenders to settle into shape. He's eyeing one pocket of space there. While we'll be looking at Saka, there's also something. This picture here shows you another Arsenal player, most likely Havertz, running in a direction towards the far post. And what is he doing basically? He's giving Tzolis options, and he's also giving the defenders stuff to think about. Where is the ball going? Is it going to Saka or is it going to Havertz? So now these defenders have to cover both players, and this creates space. We already see the space that Saka wants to attack. And despite Coventry having about 2 players free in that area, Saka gets to the ball first and actually takes a shot. The reason is this: the defender who is towards the left of Saka also has Havertz in mind, because Havertz is just behind him. So he cannot really commit in full. And Saka already knows what he wants to do. The attacker already know what they want to do. So you who knows what you want to do, your reaction time will be faster than somebody who is guessing or who is watching to see what you actually do so that they can react. And so Saka gets to the ball, he takes a shot, but it was not a goal. Again, all this is all about probability and chances. These are another chance created. Now let's talk about the Havertz goal. This is the first goal of the game. And if Coventry didn't know that they were in trouble, this was like an introduction to let them know that we are not your mate. We are Arsenal Football Club. We are the champions of England. We are the champions of the Premier League. In this sequence, Arsenal has already shown their technical level, so Coventry were not pressing as aggressively. Ben White switched the play to the other flank towards Tzolis. The intention was for Tzolis to nod the ball or pass the ball towards that space so that Calafiori can run in behind. That was the intention. But in that match, the defender handled the ball. Tzolis and the defender had to struggle for the ball, and there was a turnover. Luckily for Arsenal, the ball fell into the hands of Calafiori. And all of a sudden, Calafiori is with the ball and there's space in front of him. And this is why it's hard to play against Arsenal, because there are so many options and there are players that can do so many things. Calafiori is a very special player. They're looking at Calafiori. What is he going to do? Is he going to run into that space and try to curve the ball into the net? You can't put that above you. You can't put that past him. He can't do that. Ødegaard is running into the box. Is he going to give the ball to Ødegaard? You also have Havertz running into the box, and you have Saka running into the box. Is he going to put it in the far post? So what is he going to do? All this, mind you, is happening in split seconds. It's happening like fast. we have the easy job of looking at it after it has happened, but this is happening fast. Like, yeah, on the field it's happening. You don't have time to think, actually. So you have all of Coventry's defenders in that zone being concerned about the ball and where Calafiori is going to put it. Only one defender is actually paying attention to Havertz. Then again, you can see all that space, and Calafiori just gives a one-time ball to Havertz. Now, Havertz has the technical security, he has the technical know-how to hit that ball one time. One time. It was a one-time shot. So the keeper did not even have, you understand, a chance with this one, because it was one time. As the ball was just coming, he hit it perfectly, and that was the first Arsenal goal. The second goal gives me a lot of joy watching it, because that is what you actually need when you face a low block, especially when you're Arsenal and teams are used to you creating from the wings. Here we have Rice with the ball. He's in the center of the pitch. He's in our own half. And he carries this ball across to the other half. Again, you can look at Coventry's shape. These ones are not ready. Rice gives that ball to Ødegaard, and what they are betting on is Ødegaard be able to put that ball in the space in front of him. You can see the defenders trying to track back. By the time Ødegaard gets the ball, they're going to stop and face Ødegaard, and Ødegaard cannot put that ball in that space, which Rice would have run into already. And just like that, Rice is with the ball. There are three defenders, or three Coventry players with Ødegaard. So just take note of this is why Arsenal is so hard to play against, because they are actually removing players and moving players, not touching them, just using the ball and their movement. Rice has the ability to carry the ball, and that's what he does. He carries the ball down to the box, and there is Tzolis. Rice's body, the way his body is shaped and all that, gives him a way that he's going to give that ball to Tzolis, which he does. And Tzolis has the ball, and Tzolis is attacking that area. As at this time, Coventry have 5 players in their box. They have 5 people to defend, and Arsenal have about 4 players in the box. We have 2 players coming behind, but in the box 4. So you're going to see how Arsenal moves all these defenders away to create space where they want that space. You have Havertz in that middle, and 2 defenders are attending to him. There's an Arsenal player in that middle, and I believe it's Havertz. 2 players are attending to him. You have about 4 players in the zone where Tzolis is with the ball. Because Tzolis is a good ball striker, they may be wondering, is he going to shoot at the keeper or is he going to pass? Whatever the case is, he's talented to the level where all these players are attracted towards him. They have gravitated towards him, and that has left some space at the other side of the posts. Now, they most likely trusted the keeper to catch any ball that was going over, which would have been the case but the keeper could not hold on to the ball. So we see here the keeper actually got his hand to the ball, but he could not hold on to the ball. So again, it's all about probability and chances. The keeper could hold on to the ball and the ball fell. But because all the defenders, they don't do that side where Tzolis did, all the defenders have already moved towards Tzolis. We have the numerical advantage in that area of the pitch, in that area of the posts. Even though we don't have more players in the box, but the gameplay, the way the players moved, has moved all Coventry's defenders, or most of them, towards Tzolis. And now that there's a turnover, Arsenal has about 3 players that are in good positions to attack the ball. Saka gets to the ball first, and that's the second goal. The third goal was by Ødegaard, and this is a very beautiful goal. The ball is in the middle. I think the ball is with Lewis Kelly, and he has passed to Ben White. He's going to pass to Ben White. Now, this is where the whole right-hand side dynamic comes in, because he has passed to Ben White, and Ben White gives the ball to Ødegaard. So you have the triangle. You have Ødegaard, Saka, and Ben White. Primarily, those are the right-hand side guys. They know what they are doing. Ben White gives this ball to Ødegaard, and already he's already running towards the box. Ødegaard got the ball and gave it to Saka. This is why we call it a triangle. Now, Saka being Saka, there are already 2 players on Saka, normal. Again, this is about taking players out of their position. We're using a number of players that can, disturb you when you're about to do what you want to do. However, White has arrived, and Saka naturally gives the ball to White. Now, White is, inside the box. Everyone's attention is towards that zone where Ben White is running to. From here, you can see like 4 Coventry players trying to close him down and trying to get the ball from him. Now, the ball is with Ben White. And all the players, just look at how many players have gravitated towards Ben White. And look at the space they've left behind. There are at least 2 Arsenal players free that can get that ball that he can pass to and they can take a shot. Again, when you look at the post, you will see that Havertz and Tzolis are engaging the middle of the post, because they're also an option. Ben White can actually pass to them, so defenders have to attend to them. They've all looked towards the ball, and they are all expecting White to put the ball towards the posts. If you look at the keeper's shape, the keeper is already waiting for that ball to come across the post. But what does he do? He gives the ball to Ødegaard. Ødegaard has that space in front of him, and Ødegaard does not need too much time to deal with you when you give him that ball in that space. He gets the ball, he scores. However, look at the positioning of the team. Assuming the keeper had a hand to the ball, assuming there was a turnover like the Saka goal, 2 Arsenal players in very, very good positions, to hit the ball back, to give a rebound. And ultimately, we had like 4 players waiting for turnovers. We had like 4 waiting for turnovers, depending on how the ball goes. But fortunately for us, it was a goal. At the first shot, it was a very beautiful goal. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me what your thoughts are. Please like and subscribe to see more videos like this. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Come on, you Gunners.